guys, so in today's video I'm going to go over something in this book, Mindset by Carol Dweck, which is the fixed and growth mindset that really sets people apart in life and really determines your success or keeping you stagnant in life and not really experiencing more and not really growing, right? And that's why it's called a growth mindset. And I'm in the house right now. In fact, I've been in the house most of the day, and it's dark outside, so I couldn't really shoot this video outside. There's nowhere to really do that, or it's not freezing cold. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Yay for shoveling. But, so, shooting this video right now in my house. I got my bookshelf right there. And I'll be grabbing some books as I go through this video here. So, instead of a fixed mindset, I actually call these two mindsets something different. So, fixed mindset, instead of that, I call it a closed traditionalist. So, closed traditionalist for fixed mindset. And for growth mindset, adaptive realists. People that can adapt. And I'll get into that. So, a closed traditionalist is someone that is not open to new ideas. So even, and this really freaking blows my mind, there's people in my life that are like this. I don't understand it. I guess because I have a growth, I'm an adaptive realist. I have that kind of mindset. But I'm sure there's people in your life that even if you share ideas from an expert, like on success, like Brian Tracy, or writing like Stephen King, or entrepreneurship again, like, Tim Ferriss, or, really anything. How to Have a Better Voice by Roger Love there. If you were to share any of those ideas with someone, because you're not an expert, because you've always known those people, especially their family members, this was especially true of the family members, really, because you're not an expert, even though you're reading books from experts that made millions of dollars and are really successful, then they automatically discredit you as not knowing what you're talking about. And because they've been around longer than you have, and things have always been a certain way, so that's how it should be. It's like with a job versus growing an online business. Well, hey, what is more more effective and what is more really worth it in life? Sticking at a job where you're gonna possibly lose that, the place could downsize, you could be laid off, you have a cap on your income, you don't have freedom, your time is always being controlled, your life is always being controlled, you never have enough time to spend with your family. That sounds great, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Of course not. It sucks. And that's, people that are closed traditionalists will stay stuck at a job because that's what they've always known. That's what they follow their parents' advice, their grandparents' advice. Heck, they're sucked into what's known as tacit consent, which is following the crowd and to see one person doing it, so hey, that must be okay. If 100 other people at their job are doing the same thing every day, then they should just do that because hey, they're doing it too. And if you don't do that, by the way, then you're thought of as selfish or ignorant or better than someone else because you want more for your life. That makes no freaking sense to me. It never has. And I will not accept that, people try to tell me that because that's just stupid. So someone though that has, so that's a closed traditionalist. They're closed-minded and they're stuck in traditional ways of being based on society, their family, and what they've always known. But a adaptive realist, someone that is able to adapt to new information, learn new things, and if you want to just call this a growth mindset, someone that is open to more. And, instead of working for someone else their whole life, if it doesn't fulfill them, they'll grow into someone more. And they'll find a way to in this case is entrepreneurship. Now, I believe that this is a difference between a close and a growth, because if you work for someone your whole life, you're not really growing, right? You're staying in that same job, you're staying stuck. Everything is controlled. But someone with a growth, adaptive, realist mindset, they will learn how to elevate their circumstances and their situation in life, whether it's having a new business or they will work on improving their health, and they'll learn things from experts, whether it's about health or something like that. Like, I've got this book, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. He talks about health, he talks about psychology and stuff like that. But I've taken that information and I treat it as valuable, as he's an expert in what he's talking about. In fact, he left home, Tony Robbins left home at the age of like 17, went to the library, he ran away from home, went to the library and read 700 books. 700 books on the areas of psychology, sociology, and stuff like that. Those topics he's an expert in. He's made like billions of dollars changing people's lives. He knows what he's talking about. So, someone with a growth mindset, a adaptive realist, because they see that it's reality, that he's an expert, that, if someone's building a business to achieve their goals in life, then that's reality. It's actually working for them, and if it's working for them, they know it can work for themselves as well. If it's working for others, it can work for you as well. If someone followed a certain path to reach something, it usually can work for you as well. In fact, Tony Robbins talks about this. It's called modeling. Modeling is very effective. It's something that a adaptive realist would actually implement in their life. And so Tony Robbins is an expert. I've taken that information, and most successful people are adaptive realists. They have that growth mindset, whatever you want to call it. And most successful people, they'll read these books, they'll attend the webinars and the seminars and stuff like that, and they realize this is actually going to help them. It's actually real information. And just because, they've learned this from some other person, I really don't understand the mindset of a closed person, of a closed traditionalist. So I don't get it at all. Like, I'll just be telling someone something I know is fact, and that's because I've learned from experts. And they'll be like, okay, well, you know it all. Oh, you know everything. People have been doing it for so long. So how could that be wrong? And why would the pharmacies lie? And why would doctors, lie? And there's a lot of people that are honestly these corporations. A lot of corporations are out for money. Not every corporation is for helping people. That's how it should be. But a lot of corporations are greedy, and people with closed mindsets, they don't realize that. They'll just keep following the crowd and doing the same thing. It's stupid. So that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. Okay. So again, it's closed traditionalist, which is a fixed mindset, and adaptive realist, which is a growth mindset. If you know this video, if you like this video, share it with someone. I'll be posting more videos, more inspiration, stuff like that, coming pretty soon. And take care.